What's up everybody, mini14 here, and today I thought we'd do a different type of video and talk about somebody that I've wanted to talk about for a very long time. This person has been around for a very long time for me, probably since 2018, 2017, and let's just say they're not the smartest person in the world. If you're wondering who I'm talking about none other than Michael M. Now, Michael M., we're going to call him Michael Stark is what he goes by on Instagram, okay? And Michael Stark is the best football analyst you might ever see in your life, okay? So as you can see, he has a lot of videos on the NFL. If you couldn't tell already, he's a Bears fan, and he hates the Packers, and will do anything to try to get at them. And I thought, what not a better way to expose this guy than watch some of his videos and give my takes on the situation, and bring awareness maybe to him, or show him why this is completely stupid and nobody is gonna believe this. We're gonna start out with Packers will go 8-8 and miss the playoffs. I'm not sure why there's not a dash there for 8-8. I'm guessing that's what that means, 8-8. So this guy really thinks that the Packers are gonna go 8-8, and let's see his reasoning behind this.
What's good?
What's good?
I'm just going to be here to tell you today that the Packers will go 8-8 and miss playoffs. I don't guarantee it, but it will happen. Aaron Rodgers.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
What? Can we hear that again?
I don't guarantee it, but it will happen.
You what?
I don't guarantee it, but it will happen. Okay. Let's see his reasoning why.
Aaron Rodgers is washed.
Aaron Rodgers isn't washed. He threw for over 4,000 yards last year, 25 over 25 touchdowns, less than 10 interceptions, and that's on a bad year. You know, Aaron Jones took a lot of the touchdowns away from him, so he probably would have been in the 30s or 40s. It's a stupid argument, but let's carry on.
They haven't done anything in the offseason.
We haven't done anything in the offseason. Alright, so we got rid of one of the worst linebackers, most overrated linebackers, Blake Martinez, and we filled him in with Christian Kirksey, who's really good when he's healthy. And we lost Brian Bulaga, who was a good tackle, but we got Rick Wagner and drafted some really good linemen late in the draft. But yeah, we got a lot worse because we dropped one good player.
Other than make things worse after their fluke 13-3 season, making that NFC Championship. That's probably the last one you probably will see, probably in Aaron Rodgers' career year.
Yep, you heard it here, folks. It's the last thing he's ever going to see. We went 13-3 last year and made it to the championship, but that's the last one we're going to see because our team is complete dog shit, apparently.
Never going to make the playoffs.
Oh, and we're never going to make the playoffs. Oh, wow. Yeah, we're probably not, dude. I mean, it's not like we have one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, best running backs, best wide receivers, good tight end, one of the best O-lines, emerging D. Yeah, but no, we're not going to make the playoffs.
Pathetic.
I'm sorry, just the way that he just goes pathetic is just really funny to me.
It's just disappointing.
What's disappointing, Michael?
To me, okay, I rather deal with the Vikings fans, but the Packers fans are just not really that hyped anymore.
Our fans aren't hyped anymore?
Bruh.
Do you understand how stupid that sounds? You're telling me that our fans aren't... Wait, are you trying to say the team or we're not hyped? The fans. Like, I don't understand. God, and Vikings fans are really annoying too, but...
Okay, bottom line. They will go 8-8 and miss the playoffs.
Why?
And that might be Aaron Rodgers' last career in Green Bay.
Uh-oh, retard alert!
What? Can we rewind that?
And that might be Aaron Rodgers' last career in Green Bay.
That might be his last career in Green Bay. I didn't know it was going to be this bad.
Okay? That offensive line will not do him any favors because they just lost their best offensive guard, Balaga. Okay.
Wait, what?
In Green Bay. Okay. That offensive line will not do him any favors because they just lost their best offensive guard, Balaga.
Alright, so to explain this one, he said we lost our best guard, Balaga. Now, there's a few problems with that. Number one, Brian Balaga plays tackle, offensive tackle, not guard. So I don't know what other Balagas on the Packers that we're losing that I'm unaware of. And number two, you have two better, Elton Jenkins and David Bakhtiari. Are you kidding me? Like, you think that's our best lineman? He was good, don't get me wrong, but, you know, yeah, the guard, Brian Balaga, the guard, is, yeah, huge loss. Our best offensive lineman by far.
Guard, Balaga. Okay, and they lost Blake Martinez.
Like I said, he sucked and was overrated, and we filled a gap with Kirksey, who was much better.
And they replaced it with an injury-prone defensive guy from the Browns. I can't remember his name.
Christian Kirksey. And, yeah, he might have had a few injuries, but it's worth a gamble, right? Can't be much worse than Martinez.
Okay, here's what the Packers need to do in the offseason.
What do we need to do, Michael?
Next offseason. Fire Matt LaFleur.
Yeah, let's fire the coach that got us to 13-3 to the championship in his first year as a coach. Yeah.
Fire Brian, whoever the GM name is. If you want Aaron Rodgers to stay, that's how it's going to be.
All right, so if we want Rodgers to stay, which he's staying for the next 3-4 years, you want us to fire our GM because why?
Fire those two people. Get an owner for God's sake, because maybe with an owner, maybe the Packers would have more of a chance to be.
More of a chance for what? We made the championship last year with a first-time offense, and the GM in his second year, the same guy who got Jair Alexander, Elton Jenkins in the same draft, you know, and Darnell, I believe, yeah, Darnell Savage, and I just don't understand what you're trying to get at by firing our GM and our coach who got us to a 13-3 year to the championship.
Be a dominant threat. They haven't been a dominant threat for a long time.
Bruh.
Right. It's not like we just won a Super Bowl in 2010 or went 15-1 in 2011 or made the playoffs for, 9 straight years or went to 4 championships in the past 11 years. No, that's right. We're not dominant. Sorry.
The last time they were a dominant threat was their Super Bowl year, and that was because of Jay Cutler's injury and his injury the following year.
Really? You're going to base it off of the Jay Cutler's injury? So, here what I've brought up is I've brought up the 2011 NFC Championship to go to the Super Bowl. The game which Michael Stark claims is the only reason we lost, or the only reason the Bears lost was because Jay Cutler got hurt. So we're going to go ahead and look at what's going on. So, let's see. Let's look at the stats. Jay Cutler was 6 for 14 for 80 yards and threw 1 interception. You're saying that the reason you lost was because the dude that had an interception and 80 yards passing in that game was the reason that you lost because he got hurt? Really? That's the only reason you lost. That's the only reason, because Jay Cutler was the MVP that year, right? That's a terrible thing. I mean, no. That's not. Anyways, let's get back to the video.
And when this following year, they got blown out by Eli Manning in the divisional championship.
Now I'll admit that was pretty embarrassing. 15-1 team getting beat at home by the 9-6 Giants that year, but we didn't get blown out. Number one, and number two, the Giants ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. So I mean, if they would have been 1 and done and they only beat us, or 2 and done, then I would have been more mad. But they beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, and I mean, I can respect that. Okay.
They have ruined Aaron Rodgers' legacy, even though I think Aaron Rodgers brought this on himself by tanking the season to get rid of Mike McCarthy.
I'll agree that the Packers did kind of screw over Aaron Rodgers, but the fact that you say, what did you say, that they tanked? Aaron Rodgers tanked?
Okay,
Yeah. Say he tanked what was it? That he tanked the season to get Mike McCarthy fired? That's stupid. Aaron Rodgers played on a broken leg that season and still put up pretty decent numbers. Yeah, they didn't make the playoffs and they didn't have the best record, but J.J. Watt was out for a full year with the same injury that Aaron Rodgers had, and except the fact is that J.J. Watt stayed out the entire year and Aaron Rodgers played the entire year. So, I mean, if you want to base it off of literally a dude on one good leg, then
Kirk Cousins won his first ever primetime game. Chicago won their
I'm just trying to think of which one that is. Maybe you did. I don't remember.
won against Green Bay in Soldier Field since like 2011, maybe 2012, maybe. Okay, depending on that, Aaron Rodgers.
You're basing it because we lost an away game at Soldier Field. Is why he tanked?
Yeah. Rodgers tanked that bad last year just to get Mike McCarthy fired.
He was due for an upgrade anyways, but I don't think he tanked to get rid of Mike. And if he did, then, oh well, it worked out for the best because we got a pretty darn good coach right now.
And if you think the Arizona Cardinals with Josh Rosen as quarterback, were enough to beat Aaron Rodgers, which was Mike McCarthy's last game as a coach, and they were good enough to beat Aaron Rodgers, stop.
It's called an upset, and it's happened before. It happens.
Josh Rosen, the bum ass, can't on Aaron Rodgers' worst day should not lose to Josh.
All right, so the Josh Rosen thing is, I mean, yeah, he didn't have the best season with the Cardinals, but Josh Rosen has just been put in the worst situations possible. I actually saw a video on it explaining it, and it makes sense that he just wasn't put in a very good position to win at all, and you can't call him a bum. And yeah, he did deserve that win because he had a pretty good game from what I remember, because I was watching that game, and he made some good throws, and overall, it's just sad what position that the teams that put him in.
That's Rosen. So what's really good here? What's really good?
Why does he keep saying that? What's really good here? Is he trying to, trash talk? I don't understand. What's really good here? Huh? What's really good right here?
So I want to make that clear. Also, here's the thing, though. You can't deny they did Aaron Rodgers dirty by taking a quarterback in the first round, even though Patrick Queen was there. If you didn't want to take a wide receiver, that's extremely fine in the first round.
I'll agree that they did him dirty a little bit.
Just take something that might help. Like Patrick Queen was the best offensive line rookie in that class.
What did you just say?
Something that might help. Like Patrick Queen was the best offensive line rookie in that class.
The Patrick Queen, LSU middle linebacker, was the best offensive lineman rookie in the draft. Yeah.
So what's really good?
What's really good?
Okay. And so many wide receivers were available. You got to help that bad man.
I'm sorry.
Either, bottom line, Aaron Rodgers will not end his career in Green Bay. Even Brett Favre said, I suggest Aaron Rodgers go somewhere else.
Just because Brett Favre said he suggests he go somewhere else doesn't mean Aaron Rodgers is going to suck up to him and listen to what he says. Yeah, it's advice from an all-time great, but I don't think he's going to take that advice. It all depends on how Aaron Rodgers does in the next few years. If Jordan Love ends up being really good, but Aaron Rodgers is still also really good, they might trade him and get a first-rounder out of him, kind of like what the Patriots did with Jimmy Garoppolo a few years ago to the 49ers. Jimmy G was a second or third rounder, I believe, and I think they ended up getting a second or third rounder out of him to trade to San Fran. So, that's you don't know. You really don't.
Because they think he's washed.
I doubt it.
And the Packers office is not really doing any favors for their future. Okay? If you're Aaron Rodgers, what would you do? Just get the hell out of there. Okay? Don't play the season. Don't play it at all. You'll just waste your time.
Yeah, don't play the season with the team that got you to 13-3 into a championship last year. Right. Good advice, Michael.
For these pathetic fans that just want you to die.
I'm unaware. Who wants Aaron Rodgers to die? What? If you think that way, if any fans think that way, you should probably, seek some help, man. I don't think any of us wants him to die. He's been our franchise, the face of our franchise for 15 years. No, I don't really. No, sorry, more like 12 years. But no, I don't want him to die.
And if he ends his career in Green Bay, he probably won't be in the Hall of Fame.
Bruh.
I don't even need to say anything about that one. That's just a stupid thing to say.
Because here's the thing. When you see Aaron Rodgers, you want to think of him as great.
Yes.
I want him on a different team. Okay? He's not going to end his career in Green Bay. He will end his career in Green Bay if he chooses to stay with only one Super Bowl, and that's it.
Yeah, Drew Brees has one Super Bowl, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Bottom line,
Dan Marino, 0 Super Bowls.
either the Vikings or the Bears will win the division next year.
Tell us why. Do you have an explanation why your 10 tight end Nick Foles Bears are gonna win a title? Maybe Vikings. I could see Vikings trying to tie with us, but end up coming short in the end. But let's see if he explains why.
Okay, because they got what they needed in the offseason.
You needed 10 tight ends,
and they didn't pick up stupid players. Okay.
Stupid players, man. Stupid. Why did we pick them up? Why did we pick them up?
Okay, they actually got players to help.
10 tight ends. You're right. That is a lot of tight ends.
Help them stay on track, and they also drafted positions that they needed.
You drafted a tight end. 10 tight ends.
You can make a case the Lions did the same thing. Okay. I still think the Lions will be bottom last in their division like always.
No, the Lions are going to be third, and the Bears are going to be fourth. And I can see the Bears going anywhere from a low of 5 and this is me being real. I can see them going from a low of 5-11 to 7-9. That's all I see.
But I'll be surprised if the Packers are last in the division.
Well, at least he makes some sense there.
Bottom line, Aaron Rodgers will probably not stay in Green Bay next year. Okay? And pretty much, if he wants to stay, he's basically he's attending his own funeral. So, bottom line.
Never mind.
Okay? As some Packers fans would say that you're just a salty Bears fan, as Matt Ramage would say, you're a beer fan, and you're upset that Aaron owns your
You're upset that Aaron owns your
team. Beer fan, and you're upset that Aaron owns your team. Aaron owns your team. You should just shut up about.
I'd be upset too if my franchise hasn't been good since 1985.
Yeah, what am I supposed to say? You did him dirty. Doesn't matter if you own me or he owns me or not, or has an all-time record. That doesn't win you Super Bowls. That doesn't win you anything. Beating the
He's won a Super Bowl and he's been to 4 championships, but you're right.
Chicago Bears only brings you bragging rights. So what's really good here?
What's really good here?
Okay. You got that Super Bowl because of Cutler's injury.
I prove that false. That is completely stupid to say. So, yeah.
Bottom line, you got there because of Jay Cutler's injury. And Matt Ryan's Icy Ryan, whatever, how the hell you say his name. Bottom line,
Matt, you literally said his name, Matt Ryan, and if you're saying that it was because of Matt Ryan, it's not. We blew them out, and if you want to say that was luck, really, you really need to look past your biased self. That's ridiculous.
sucks. Aaron Rodgers sucks. He will not end his career in Green Bay. Okay? I wonder how he will treat Jordan Love.
He already came out the day he got drafted and congratulated him and welcomed him to the team. So, yeah, he's probably going to treat him like crap, right? Yeah. What's good?
This will be good. Okay? Maybe if Aaron, maybe during the preseason, if he's doing good, I don't want to hear it. Preseason doesn't matter to me. Doesn't matter to me anyways. Okay, if he does, I want to see what he does against NFL defenses like the 49ers, maybe even the Bears, maybe the Vikings.
Shut up. The Bears' defense is already declined from last year.
Unless he goes up against a great defense, shut up. Shut up. Okay? I don't want to hear it. His last year in Utah was probably the worst year he ever had. Okay? Watching him in college, he wasn't that great either. Okay? So
I already made a Jordan Love video to explain all this, but if you want to look at it, it's somewhere. It's lower in my thing. I explained the video down there of why he had those stats and the fact that he had 9 of his 11 starters missing that year, and he still threw for 20 touchdowns.
You could have drafted a quarterback maybe in the 7th round, maybe hell even in the 5th round. Okay, you could have drafted a quarterback.
All right, I think it's time to move on to the next video, and this guy already seems like he doesn't know anything about football, and you'd be correct if you guessed that, because he really doesn't. So, yeah, let's get on to the next one. Also, the next video is going to be, we're going to do refs helping the Packers 2019 season. That was only uploaded 4 hours ago. This should be a good one. Welcome to today's video on how the refs helped the Packers out this season. Will be using a record if they would have won or lost the game by the refs' help. Okay. They already start off with an L due to the week 6 Lions game. No reason why. 0-1. What? I don't know what he's saying. I don't know.
Bibi on 1st and goal, Cousins.
This was an offense PI. This was an offensive pass interference. Took away a touchdown, so Vikings had to settle for 3.
Catch made, and that's a touchdown, Stephon Diggs.
It was determined that an offensive pair.
Vikings would have won the game, leaving the Packers with a 1-2 record now. Wait, why would they, what? They've only played 2 games. How are they 1-2? That's 3 games. How would they have? I don't even know. And the fact that you say that, they would have tied it up at best. That doesn't confirm a win. The game could have ended any other way than that. That's a terrible that's a terrible way to go.
The player was blocking. Therefore, it's offensive pass interference.
Field is solid as Rodgers goes for something much bigger. Kumaro!
Other one, but Packers would have still won record 4-3 now. Again, I don't understand how you added that up. That's 6. That's 7. I don't know.
Dives for the pylon! It's a touch!
His feet wasn't in the field on that touchdown. Maybe he had Aaron as QB on his fantasy team. Why are you talking like, I don't understand why you're talking like that. Maybe he had Aaron as QB on fantasy team. Like, why? Just make sentences, please. Packers are now what the hell happened? I don't know what happened there, because their next game versus Chiefs, they didn't have Mahomes, so that's an L if they had him. So lucky. How is that lucky? You don't know that. Matt Moore, that was in that game, still threw for 304 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns. How can you confirm that? That is so stupid. I mean, I don't know. Let's carry on with how stupid this guy is.
Areas, the rest of the passer isn't one of them. Number 1 in sacks with 34. Rodgers from the end zone just gets rid of it. They're going to throw.
So he's saying that wasn't that wasn't, what's it called, roughing the passer. And I'm not going to voice myself on that because we really don't know. It could be, but that's what the ref saw. I'm not a genius, so I'm not going to say anything, but let's see what happens. Nice catch.
Pressure by Bruce Irvin. Is it for the hit on Rodgers? We'll get the call from Jerome Boger.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Number 93.
Packers would have lost this game at that call helped them not to put it next down. What? Put it next down 4 and 6. The fact that you're still basing it off of one call the game when it's in the second quarter, mind you, and you're basing it off of one call, that probably would have just been an incompletion and punt. I don't understand what you're trying to say, like what you're trying to prove. It makes no sense.
Tackle quarterback and full body weight. 15-yard penalty. Automatic. First down.
Short punt. And Williams fair catch and decked.
This is my favorite one by far because he's going to say that the Bears would have won off of a play that was in the first quarter. This was BS, no fair catch signal. This was BS, no fair catch signal. If you look back in the beginning of this video, I believe that Tremont clearly put his hand up to signal fair catch. But
I thought I saw a fair catch signal, so obviously that would be a penalty. Interference was really good. See, ball.
this lead the Packers to 7 points. Packers would have lost 6-8. Again, you're saying this. They ended up winning by 2 scores. This is a stupid, by a score maybe. This is a stupid thing to say that a play in the first quarter really would have made the game a loss for us. That is so stupid. Please, just think for once in your mind, your stupid mind.
Patterson delivers the hit. Interference. Kicking team number 84.
And he shows kick, catch, interference, whatever. Next game is an L because Vikings didn't have Cook and the Packers D carried Aaron. Right, that's a great explanation, Michael. Bravo. Packers end with a 7-9 record and Vikings win the title. I'm surprised he didn't say the Bears. That's surprising. I'll give him that. They won't be getting help from the refs this season. They didn't do anything in the offseason. I already explained that in the beginning of this video. Thanks for watching video. I already know Packers fans are not going to be happy with this. And yeah, that's it. What did we learn today? We learned a few things. Michael Stark, you are the biggest idiot I've ever seen, heard of in my life, and your biased side of yourself with the Bears and Packers clearly gets the best of you, and it makes you say stupid things in your head that just doesn't make sense at all. So we learned that the Bears still suck. We learned that the Packers are going to do good this season. We learned somebody really needs to arrest Michael Stark for being the biggest idiot online that you can be, possibly. Okay, we learned all that. If you want a part 2 of this video, because I will go over he has many more stupid videos exposing the Packers and saying how much they suck when the Bears went 8-8, 7-9 last season. So that'll be fun. He's a very stupid person. That's all I have to say. Yeah, but if you want a part 2 of this, make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, do whatever you gotta do. And I know that this is not your average video, but I felt like I needed to say something and voice my opinion, because the fact that he even would say some of this stuff, it wows me. Other Bears fans call him stupid because he really does not know what he's talking about whatsoever. So, yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, give it a comment. I'm going to be setting up donations soon on my streaming, hopefully, and yeah, that's all. See ya.
What you say? That you only meant well, 'cause you did. What you say? That it's all for the